The excitement around the World Series is through the roof, and for fans dreaming of being part of it, there's finally some good news. Ticket prices for Games 3 and 4 are more affordable than anyone expected. For under $700, you can be in the stands for Game 3, and around $750 could get you a seat for Game 4, putting fans closer to the action during one of the most thrilling championship battles in recent memory. The energy at the ballpark is guaranteed to be electric. Every pitch, every cheer, every moment could become a piece of history. Stay tuned, because opportunities like this don't come often, and being there in person might just be a once-in-a-lifetime experience. If you're a Dodgers fan, smash that like button right now, because what I'm about to tell you might just make your jaw drop. The Los Angeles Dodgers are back in the World Series, and while every fan dreams of being there live under those bright October lights, the shocking news is that tickets for Game 3 at Dodger Stadium are going for under $700. Yeah, you heard that right, World Series baseball, in Los Angeles, for less than $700. And Game 4? Only around $750. Compared to past years, that's practically a steal. But of course, there's a story behind those numbers and a ton of emotion surrounding it. So let's dive deep into why this is happening, what it says about Dodgers fans, and how this year's Fall Classic has brought both excitement and questions to LA. Imagine this for a second. It's a warm October night in Los Angeles. The blue lights outside Dodger Stadium are glowing. You can smell the grilled onions from the street vendors. You can hear the energy of fans shouting "Let's go Dodgers!" echoing down Sunset Boulevard. It's Game 3 of the World Series. The series is tied 1-1 after 2 intense games on the road, and now, the Dodgers are coming home. In any normal year, you'd think tickets would be sky high. We've seen prices touch $2,000 or even $3,000 in the past for a decent seat in a World Series game in LA. But this time, the resale sites are showing something shocking. The cheapest tickets for Game 3 are sitting around $680 to $700. And that's not just a random one-off seat behind a pillar, that's a verified resale price that a normal fan could actually buy. Game 4 tickets? Around $750. In the context of LA sports, that's almost unbelievable. Now, of course, for most people, $700 is still a lot of money. It's not pocket change. But when you compare it to what Dodgers fans have paid in the past, this is almost like a discount. Think about 2017, when the Dodgers faced the Astros in what became one of the most infamous World Series matchups in history. Ticket prices back then were insane. Some seats topped $3,500. Even in 2020, when the Dodgers played in the neutral site World Series in Arlington, Texas, tickets were still going for more than $1,000 each because fans were desperate just to see baseball after the pandemic shutdown. So what's going on here? Why are prices in 2025 hovering at levels that look more like a regular season game between the Dodgers and, say, the Diamondbacks in June? The first thing to remember is that the ticket market is driven by demand. And this year, while excitement is high, there's also a feeling among fans that this team is supposed to be here. The Dodgers have been so dominant in recent years that the bar has moved. Making the World Series doesn't feel like a miracle anymore, it feels like the standard. And that's both a blessing and a curse. A lot of fans are saying they're saving their money for the clincher, for the possible Game 6 or Game 7, when history could actually be made. It's one thing to be in the stadium for a middle game, it's another thing entirely to see your team lift the trophy. So that could be part of why prices for Games 3 and 4 aren't skyrocketing. There's also the factor of modern ticket resale platforms. Fans are smarter, more strategic. Many know that if they wait, prices might dip as sellers get nervous and start undercutting each other. It's supply and demand, mixed with emotion, mixed with timing. But let's not pretend that this isn't still an incredible opportunity. For a fan who's been waiting their whole life to see the Dodgers play in a World Series at home, this could be the year they finally get in the door. Under $700 is something people can actually plan for. It's the kind of number that lets families dream a little. And that's powerful. Imagine a dad and his son, both lifelong fans, finally walking through those gates together. seeing that massive Dodger Stadium view open up in front of them. The field, the lights, the crowd for them, that's priceless. It's also worth looking at how Los Angeles compares to other World Series markets. In cities like New York, Chicago, or Boston, prices often explode the minute tickets go on sale. In LA, though, there's always been this interesting balance between passion and practicality. Dodger fans are loyal, incredibly loyal, but they're also savvy. They know the market, they know there are 56,000 seats in that ballpark, and they know when to strike. The Dodgers also play in one of the largest stadiums in Major League Baseball, and that's a big factor. More seats mean more opportunities, and that tends to keep prices somewhat lower compared to more intimate parks like Fenway or Wrigley. Another big thing to consider is the timing of this World Series. It's late October, the economy's been tight, and travel costs are through the roof. Fans who went to the road games may have already spent a ton just to support their team. So when you factor in gas, parking, and food, even a $700 ticket turns into a big night out that might push $1,000 all in. It's not nothing. But in LA, where big experiences are part of the culture, many people see it as worth it. And that brings us to an interesting emotional point. For Dodgers fans, this isn't just about being at a baseball game, it's about being part of a story. Every World Series has its own narrative. And this one, with this 2025 Dodgers team, is already shaping up to be something special. Shohei Ohtani, Mookie Betts, Freddie Freeman, the star power is unbelievable. You're not just buying a ticket to a game, you're buying a ticket to watch history unfold. Fans know that. And maybe that's what's making this season feel a little more grounded. Instead of inflated hype, it's about genuine appreciation. The team's been through a lot. Injuries, pressure, expectations, yet here they are again, ready to fight for a championship. There's also been some quiet discussion among fans that perhaps the initial prices were a little too ambitious, and sellers had to adjust. The secondary market can be brutal. One-day tickets are listed for $1,200, and 2 days later they're half that because demand didn't match the listing price. That's exactly what we're seeing right now, the real-time adjustment of excitement meeting reality. And the reality is that fans want in, but they want fair prices. On social media, you can already see fans sharing screenshots of their purchases: $698, $715, $745, bragging that they finally snagged their World Series seats without selling a kidney. There's excitement, there's relief, and there's also this shared feeling of we're in this together. That community aspect is one of the things that makes Dodgers Nation so strong. It's not just about watching baseball. It's about pride, city, and belonging. And speaking of belonging, think about what this means for the stadium atmosphere. With prices this accessible, we could be seeing one of the most electric, genuine, fan-driven crowds in years. Sometimes when ticket prices skyrocket, you'd get more corporate guests, celebrities, or people just there for the event. But when tickets drop below $700, that means real fans, season ticket holders, families, lifelong supporters have a chance to fill those seats. So for fans wondering whether it's worth it, the answer is simple. If you can, go. If you've dreamed of it, make it happen. Because while prices, players, and stadiums change, those nights under the Dodger Stadium lights in October never come around often enough. And hey, whether you're watching from the bleachers, your couch, or a bar surrounded by friends, one thing's for sure: this 2025 Dodgers team is giving us something to talk about, something to believe in, and something to remember. And that's what makes baseball magical. If you're excited for this World Series, hit that like button right now and subscribe to the channel for more breaking updates, inside stories, and all the moments that make Dodgers baseball the heartbeat of Los Angeles. Let's go Dodgers, and here's to making more October magic together.